Hello, this is Mythical Mayhem, ready for some mythical fun. Today I'm going to do what if Deku was Meta Knight. None of these pictures are belonged by me, and this is actually suggested by the Banana Beast. If I said your name wrong, I am sorry. I'm not good with names. So, our story begins with Deku being born normally, but with his dad in his life. His father is a scientist working on giving people quirks by merging their DNA with people with quirks DNA. So, we skip to a couple years. Deku is now 3, and he sees Bakugo actually bullying a kid. Now, Izuku's frightened but still wants to be a hero, says, "Stop, Kachan, stop being a bully." And Bakugo does the thing in canon where he punches and makes a little explosion. So we skip a year to the quirk doctor, and the quirk doctor tells Deku that he will not have a quirk. This devastated him because he wanted to be a hero more than anything. So Hisashi Midoriya and Inko Midoriya were talking, and they both decided to head home. Now, we skip to the night. Deku is fast asleep, and Hisashi Midoriya and Inko Midoriya were yelling, "Inko, we have to do it. He might gain a quirk with these experiments. He might become a hero," Hisashi said. "But what if something bad happens? What if something happens to our son, Hisashi? We can't just get rid of him. He's our son." Hisashi sighs. "Fine. How about tomorrow we ask him if he wants to go through the experiments. If he says no, then I'll drop it completely. But if he says yes, then you have to be on board with it." Now Inko says, "Fine, but only if Deku agrees with you." So we skip to the morning. Deku is slowly getting up, yawning. "Oh, good morning, Mom and Dad," he said. "Oh, Deku, Izuku, me and Hisashi has a question for you." Deku wonders. What is it?" Hisashi came in and says, "We were wondering if you would like to go through experiments to get a quirk." Now Deku excitedly says, Yes, I want a quirk, yes." Now Hisashi smiles, and Inko grandly says, "Okay, in that case, well, you might be out of school for a while, so we should pack your things for a long trip." Deku says, "Okay." So they all go down into the countryside near the mountains. Deku wanders, seeing a giant lab, it looks like. He thinks, "Ooh, what's this place?" Deku said. So she says, "Well, this is gonna be the lab where we're gonna test some stuff and where you'll be living for a couple years or weeks, Hisashi said. Okay, but when can I see Mom again? Hisashi regretfully says, I'm sorry, but you won't be able to see her for a very long time. Deku cries out, What? I didn't know this would happen if I accepted this. Now Hisashi says, I'm sorry that I couldn't tell you, but it was necessary so you would come for the experiments. So they do. Deku is the one mainly being tested, but there is also a girl there. A girl with pink skin and 2 horns. Deku asks, what's your name? Mine's Mina Ashido. They wanted to try boost changing my quirk. My quirk is very destructive and I don't want anything bad to happen, so I want to change it. Deku asks, what's your quirk then? Mina regretfully says, it's acid. I produce acid from my skin, and it really hurts sometimes. Deku regretfully says, I'm sorry, but maybe I can help you with it. I love quirks, so that's why I want to be a hero. That's actually why I'm here. My dad said I can get a quirk here. Mina, shocked, says, What? Yeah. What? Your dad said you can gain a quirk here? That's so crazy. So far, I've been able to I actually got a quirk from here. Ooh, please tell me more. It's kind of like a copy quirk. One time, he slipped and hit the ground. Then a bit of the ground actually got in. I actually absorbed it, becoming kind of like stone. Deku screams, Really? That's so cool. Yeah, the doctor says it's kind of like a copy quirk. Since if I copy certain things will happen. Like one time I touched a real sword and just a sword came out of nowhere and a little hat. Deku, surprised, wants to learn more. So, a few years of testing, Deku is now 12 years old and he actually unlocks a quirk. He unlocks a bat wings, but it also changes his hair and his eyes. His hair became jet black, and his eyes turned a bright yellow, almost like it's glowing. Then suddenly, Deku and Mina were just enjoying a talk, and boom! There was a loud explosion. Deku and Mina ran out and seen that they were being attacked by something. So they tried to escape there, hopefully not getting attacked by each other. And how Deku usually works, he usually has his wings as a cape. And it was storming out. Rain, thunder, all that. Deku decided to cover Mina with his wings to keep her dry. Now, Mina says, "Thank you. We should get out of here. We don't want anything bad to happen, right?" "Yeah. And plus, it seems like there's nothing left to the lab anymore. I saw one coming here, a village. I'm not sure if anybody still lives there, but we can at least check." So they do. They run to the village, and they actually see a couple of knights. One in golden armor, one holding a lance, and another holding an axe. Deku asks, Are you heroes or villains?" Holding up his fist, ready for a fight. The one that looks to be the leader, the one in gold and armor, asks, "Are you two lost?" Now, Deku says, "Yes, but why do you want to know?" Then, Knight in gold armor sighs. In that case, maybe you want to train. Do you want to live with us?" Now, Deku replies, "Why should we trust you? You could be a bad guy for all we know." "Yes, but we've checked the village. There's nothing left after attack earlier." Deku sighs in a mad... Why does this always happen? "So, would you two like to train under us?" Deku says, "Yes, I want to train. I want to get stronger." And so they train Deku. The Golden Knight trains Deku with the tornado sword style. The lance taught Deku the drill sword style and lance style, while the axe knight showed Deku how to almost vanish without using their quirks. So they do. Deku trains often, forging a sword, what almost looks to be a flame. Deku runs out, and Mina's also being taught this stuff. She just never really got it. Deku decides to go for a night fly with Mina, both soaring through the sky, wondering, should we go back to our homes if they're still there? Since this is now Deku when he is 18 and Mina's also 18. I'm not sure, but maybe it's for the best. We've learned all we can from the 3 nights, so we should probably head back. Deku sighs and says yes, we should. So they told the knights that they are going home. The 3 knights decide to give Deku a special gift, a mask forged by pieces of all their armor. And for Mina, a special pendant and hair hair thing of a star. So Deku decides to grab Mina by the hand and ask, "Would you like to fly, my princess?" Mina blushes and